Okay, hi. So today I'm gonna follow this guy when he enters. Yes. And he has asked me to help him out with his laning phase due to positioning and trading and harassing. So yes, and he is my #1 fan from NA, so hello. Okay, so let's get this going.
Seconds till minions spawn.
Find yourself respawning at home.
Come on, you. Let's dance.
I think he's doing that for me. All the Lulu talking.
Let's go around again.
Yes, so let's see how he's doing.
Come on, you.
He started Q. Yeah, it's okay. You could have started E though, because it's versus 2 ranged champions, and for shielding yourself since Brian has more damage than you. Judy? Careful. Did you see what you did? Okay, let me walk it through. Yes. You're gonna shoot on that minion and then you're gonna walk straight back. Yes. Shooting, and now you're out of position again. You are playing very, very defensive. You should be on a line with your AD carry like this. Instead you're actually far behind your AD carry, and there's no reason for it since you have mana and you have HP and the minion number is just fine. You could easily stand up here. So now your AD carry is actually forced to trade all by herself. So you're out of position. Okay. You need to ward that faster. So you had it up. So you need to ward that bush faster as soon as you see the lane is going onto your place. And Brand had entered the bush, so he will try to zone and poke you where you cannot deal with him. So just create some vision. That's so much better. Actually annoying. Yeah, it was the Misfortune who warded it. You didn't have your ward up. Good. So try to always get vision as soon as you can see that this situation is gonna happen. Especially since you do Q with the AD carry. You are still level 1. And they're level 2, so respect and wait for the minions. It's gonna push anyways. Don't take it.
First blood.
See, now is a time where Brand, you know he only has 2 abilities since he's level 2. You know he has that one. And yeah, usually Brands have the Q so they can make a stun as well. So he has chosen to go with his main damage, his main poke on Misfortune, which gives you the perfect opportunity to go on him. Especially since now Brand is offensive. As you can see the lines here, offensive, normal for them, and defensive. So he is offensive, Misfortune is in a normal positioning, meaning they're a little bit... Misfortune will not be able to poke together with Brand since she's too far away. So you could just go up, auto attack him, maybe make your EQ combo once since you have full mana. Because he's not focusing you, he's focusing the Misfortune. And the one thing I want you to notice is he has, I didn't see it before, don't worry. He doesn't have much magic resistance, meaning he's fairly squishy, and that will be the case with every AP support. They build AP, as you can see here, got a lot of AP, meaning he will have to give up on something, and that is usually the tanky stats. So he gave up on the magic resist, which is usually the case. If we compare to you, you have 3 magic resist more, and of course a little less AP because you're using my runes. So you are tankier, and you have a shield. Oh, yeah, you have a shield, meaning it'll be way easier for you to trade with him, because in the end you will be stronger. Even though he has more AP than you, you will have more tankiness and a shield that will absorb all the damage he's making. So don't worry, the only thing you should be worried about is getting engaged on or getting stunned by the brand combo. Positioning, you're standing on your AD carry a lot, spending a lot of time standing on your AD carry or right in this area around your AD carry. That is too close to your AD carry. I want you to stay either up here or in here. The AD carry is far up this wall now, so it will be better if you could stay here to try to deny Brand from hitting his W on both of you. Since it's AoE damage and you're staying on the same coordinate pretty much, so try not to do that to make it harder for him to poke. So he has to choose either between you or Misfortune. Oh, I'm gonna go a little bit back. As you can see here again, he is out of position. Misfortune is so far away, it will take her 2 seconds to actually run up to the side from Brand. So he is a free target. You have both of your spells up, so what I would do is just shoot the self, out-attack him, he will poke back, and Q him. And the only thing you need to focus on afterwards, after hitting your stuff, hitting your Q, is to dodge his Q so you don't get stunned, because if you got stunned, he will win the trade. Try not to just use abilities for the lane, it'll make it way harder for the AD carry to farm. Again, he is so far up, you were a little bit too far behind, and so you couldn't really punish him for it. Now it's dangerous. As I spoke about, don't stand on the same place as your AD carry. Don't do that, it'll be harder for you to carry. Just use your auto attacks to help him on the turret. It's way easier and easier to control, because that last minion that you hit, there were 3 minions, you hit those 2 on the left, right side, and the one on the left, which were aggroed by the incoming minion wave, your incoming minion wave as well. If you have not hit it, it would be much easier for you to get it to the AD carry. Here, creating vision to deny them from zoning. And now you can see you are playing scared, even though you are equally strong in this lane. Misfortune and the Misfortune, that is the same. And if you play your cards right, you are equally strong as a Brand. So what I would have done is just try to go more on him. As I spoke about, he is not very tanky, even though he got the AP. You should just not get stun locked, because then he can get more auto attacks off, and then he will win the trade in the end. Don't be so afraid. Yeah, that is what I wanted you to do, and not get stunned. As you can see, did you see that trade? Let us go back. When is it coming? Okay, it's coming now. Okay, look at the HP now. You're hitting a lot of damage. Didn't hit the Q though, but you still got more damage off, and Misfortune helping you. You got more damage off on the brand that he did on you, even though he had his passive. Meaning you are actually out trading him, thanks to Misfortune. If you had hit your Q, and even better if you dodged his Q, the pillar, what's it called, the seer, the one that shoots right in front of him, you had actually won the trade all by yourself. And now is the thing you should focus on, because you have only one pot left. Brand has one pot left and a mana pot. Oh, he just popped it. So that is something you need to consider in this situation as well. You are just trading pots at the moment. You are equally on pots, so you can trade equally with him as well. Don't be afraid of a stupid brand. It's just a brand. He can die just as easy. Full HP, full HP, full HP, and the only reason that you have to play defensive right now is because you don't have any HP on the Misfortune, and that is because you simply played too passive for too long. You could easily have gone ham on him. Again, as we spoke about, don't understand. You are playing so scared. You're so scared right now. If you feel like this is a situation that you cannot get out of, especially because you have a low Misfortune, even though it's not funny to recall already before his BF, let him recall. Let us check the gold. He has enough gold for a pickaxe, and with this lane going on, you are not gonna be able to farm or put any pressure on this lane at all. So let him back, get his pickaxe, a couple of pots, not of all that gold, don't worry. You can go back as well, since there's nothing really to do for you and you are almost out of pots. Buy a ruby crystal and some pots, and get back into the lane with new powers. Now you will both be stronger because you have board, and if they sticked, I would have done that maybe 2 minutes ago. If you have sticked, if they have sticked into the lane because they want a BF, they have the advantage. So Misfortune waits for the BF, enemy Misfortune. So just then you will have the advantage, and you will have more HP and more pots to trade with. She will have full HP, so you kind of resets the lane. Plus, you will have a pickaxe, so she'll be way stronger than the enemy Misfortune. But as soon as they are backed, a BF kind of beats the pickaxe. So, but maybe you can put some more pressure in the lane because you would already have been in lane and denied the Misfortune from CS. Because as you can see, your Misfortune is really falling behind on the CS. So yeah. Okay, I want to do that differently. Okay, let's see, they're coming to gank you. And you have noticed that you're going up to the Misfortune. You have eat her, it haven't shown yet. Yeah, there it comes. You have eat her, and then you're gonna pull him off her. That is the wrong order of your spells. EQ to slow her, so point the Q in her direction that she's gonna run. That is this way. Point your mouse in this way, like hold it here like I do, and press Q. And for the movement speed, you don't need the movement speed / pull him off. But you definitely want to use it as a movement speed if you have mana left. Let's see, you have 100 mana and you use that one. So you don't have for both of them. Use the Q for the slow, which gives those two time to get in. And if you had the mana, I would have used it to either speed up my Misfortune or speed up those two when they come closer, like here or something, where you will be around here when they reach this point. Yes, and if they choose to fight, use it as a pull them off. Sorry, I'm talking way too much. Yes. So as you can see, she's just gonna run. Even though she flashed, you could have forced it way sooner. You're probably gonna recall. No? You're sticking around the lane too long. Okay, I wanna see that again. So what is going on? Okay. They are making an engage because Misfortune is still fucking low and should have been backed for ages ago. What are you gonna do? Shielding her, yes. And actually, before, as soon as you saw that you don't have vision in that bush, that is unfortunate because you placed it up here. Yeah, I know I need to see it again. Then to see what's going on. So you can not see him, I think. I would have, because the optimal solution would have been to exhaust Brand before his Q or W could pop. Otherwise, I would have exhausted Misfortune as soon as she got in range, just to deny her from any more damage. And then I would have used everything I got, because she was exhausted, used the slow towards Brand, because he was far further away than the Misfortune, to deny him to come any closer. Yes. And as soon if he could catch up, or the Misfortune could catch up, Whimsy, meaning yes, pull him off. So you're doing it a little too late, and as soon as Brian flashed, Whimsy him so he didn't got the chance to what's called ignite your Misfortune. So it's a split of a second, but you need to be way faster. Yes, that was the situation, I think. As you can see, you can only get the pickaxe and she got some boots. She could have done that ages ago without the boots. And wouldn't get killed, and you would have put more pressure into the lane. Woo. Yeah, sidestep. Good Lulu. Use movement speed, yeah, right. Good. Okay, back into the bot lane. Again, you're playing so passive. You are letting them win the lane. There's no way Bran can follow up on this. So just poke her down. It doesn't need to be much. If you just used your Q on the Misfortune while running this way still, and your Misfortune could maybe have Eat, isn't that? Yeah, make it rain. And that would be it. You didn't even need to deal with that Brand, and you would have gone free poke off, and that is what it's all about. Get free poke. See how far they are from each other. Brand has to be in here, around this spot, to actually hit you from where you're standing right now, and that will take him some time to walk all the way up there, which gives you the free opportunity to make a Q. You cannot EQ. That will take a little too much time, but just a Q, and she is taking aggro from these ones. So you would just have let them do the rest. of the damage that your E would have given you. See, aggro. Now notice the big enemy minion wave, so careful now. EQ him. You should have just EQ'd him. As soon as you can read that they are not going on you, it's a free trade. Good one. Nice shielding. The double misfortune. Yeah, you should have just got ham there. Did you say that? Okay, we're taking one more time. Oh, sorry. And now Misfortune thinks, okay, I can see her, she's channeling her ultimate. You should not have walked away because you have a tower protection and you have so much HP. What I would have done is shield, of course, the Misfortune right now since he's taking damage, and pull him off, that son of a bitch. And afterwards I would have slowed her so there was no way she could get out of her range without dying. Instead you are playing a little bit too passive again. You're playing a little pussy. There's no reason for you to stay either. Yes, good girl. So now it's getting a little tight in the bot lane. As you can see, BF, no BF. Frost Fang plus Forbidden Idol, Spellthief's Edge. So he has the mana pool now, and he has a damage pool, and the Amplifying Tome, which you don't have, but you have HP. So you have been playing passive too long, so you have actually lost the matchup yourself. It was a skill matchup, and you kind of lost it because it seems like you didn't know what to do with it. It seems like he's AP, I cannot deal with that. Sorry, going back. Again, out of position, still out of position. Out of position, in position, in position. Out of position, out of position, out of position, out of position. And in position. Out of position, out of position. Still out of position. Very out of position. Very, very out of position. Very much out of position. No need to ward that one. Ward it in the river. It gives more vision a little earlier. Way better. Out of position. You're probably eroding me at that point. Have you been there from the start, it would have been so much smoother. And you would probably have agreed with that. Oh, pink ward! Pink ward! Yeah. So as you can see, again, standing way behind your AD carry, way too far away from him. There's no reason for you to stay all that way back. I would have sticking around this, maybe tightly behind my AD carry, because the new minion wave is coming in, but not that far. You are pretty much putting her as a frontliner, and you can both not tolerate that. But nice, gone away from the Twitch now. As a Lulu and in a okay matchup, you try to always stick slightly in front of your AD carry. That means if your fortune is here, you would try to stay around here. So slightly, only slightly, in front of your AD carry. You have to wait for the new minion wave. Goodie. Out of position, she's out of position, poker. You're giving her the lane. You know Brand was not there because she had the ward. And even though I said you should place it in the river, you would still have counted 2 and 2 together, so you knew he was in the bush. Just didn't know how far he was in it. So you are receiving a gank right now, and you're have used your Q. Let's see what's going on. Shielding her, yes. You want to speed your jungler up as fast as possible, so she can get in. She doesn't have a gap closer. She's not very mobile. Speed her up. Speed, speed, speed. You have the exhaust. You don't need to pull him off right away. And at the moment, I still think Brand is the one dealing most damage. So try to use the exhaust on him as soon as she wants to do stuff. You didn't know that you didn't know his ultimate was down. Yes. See, now your jungler has to flash because she never got into the fight. You could have gotten that by simply speeding her up. Okay, he had his ultimate. That is what I would have exhausted away instead, and taking the damage, the full damage, instead of pulling off him. You don't know tricks. Oh, yeah, you saw him gonna stop. So running time, running. There's nothing you can do for her. Get out of that misfortune now, beauty. Sadly, too much damage was taken. Where's my Lulu? There.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Good. I actually think the laning phase is over now, so I hope you can use the short analyze of your laning phase according to positioning and harassing. So good luck,
The
mate.
blue team has slain the dragon.